Tonight on Hunter, there's been a murder here. Not just any murder. A police officer has been killed.
You thought you were gonna bust me, didn't you?
I'm gonna put you away, Tony.
Find out who did this to him.
I promise you we will.
Hey, you got some stones picking up Salvatore Scolari like you're some street punk.
You give me the name of the slime that hit Michael.
And if this mysterious buyer of yours burns us?
I kill him. He was murdered. Why don't you ask Tony about it?
Where is he?
What are you gonna do? He's our son!
Hiya, Mike.
Nick, what's going down?
We're moving tonight.
Who's this?
Friend of mine.
Why tonight? I thought we were going on Thursday.
Yeah, well, you gotta be versatile in this line of work, Mike. Let's go.
There's gotta be security cameras around this place.
Not our problem. Here he comes.
All the burglar alarms are neutralized. What time you got?
About that time.
Vinny.
Jerry, how you doing?
Right. It looks quiet.
Yeah, she's all yours, man.
Yeah.
Look, I'm out of here.
Oh, all right.
I got a date.
Well, take it easy.
Lucinda.
These are the ones. Come on. Now tell me you eat this good since you left home, huh?
It's great, Ma.
If it's so good, why wait 3 weeks before coming to see us?
Come on, it hasn't been 3 weeks.
Yeah, we haven't seen you that much around the office either.
Yeah, well, there's this girl.
There's always some girl.
You better pay more attention to business. You know, Bernie Lucchese's trial is next week. You're going to be short a man.
Yeah, which trial's that? The one for racketeering or the extortion rap?
I'll get the dessert.
You watch your mouth around your mother. And once you're in the office next week, we're going to be moving a lot of merchandise. There might be trouble.
Sure. Oh, hey, I'll get that. Expecting a call.
Oh? You giving out my number to your girlfriends now?
Yeah, it's me.
It's done. Now we have to finish up.
I'll be right there. I've got to go.
What, before dessert? Come on, your mother went to a lot of trouble.
Sorry, Ma. Got a date. One of these days I'll bring her around. You're going to love her. See you at the office.
Hey, he's young, healthy. He's got other things on his mind.
For what he has on his mind, he should see a priest.
Benny! Benny, we did it!
Look, Tony, we got to talk about this thing, man.
Benny,
I don't
it's got to
know.
be done.
No.
Look, we got a $20 million payoff.
Yeah,
here.
I know, but...
Benny! We got no choice.
Hey, wait a minute. What the hell's going on here?
You know what's going on.
It's you.
Should old acquaintance be forgot? You snitched me off. You thought you were gonna bust me, didn't you?
I am. I'm gonna put you away, Tony.
Right.
Bill, Mike,
Thanks.
nothing like a double homicide to start the morning, huh?
No kidding. Neighbors found these bodies about 7 a.m. this morning. Shot someplace else, dumped here. This one was shot through and through, back to front. He probably tried to run.
Any idea on these guys?
Nothing at all. What?
I know this guy. He's a cop.
Yes?
Hi, I'm Sergeant Hunter, LAPD.
I'm Michael's aunt. Come in.
Thank you.
Claire, this is Sergeant Hunter.
Hello, Miss Brossi. I was a friend of Michael's.
Yes. You taught him at the academy.
That's right.
I remember he talked an awful lot about you.
I'm very sorry.
I can't believe how much I miss him already.
I know.
Please. Find out who did this to him.
I promise you we will.
Michael Prozzi was working undercover on a scheme to rip this place off. But the heist wasn't supposed to go down until tomorrow. We think what happened was when they decided to move last night, Michael didn't have time to get away and contact us.
Yeah, I know, but we gotta find out who blew Michael's cover.
We think it was Ricky Donald, the dead guy you found with Michael.
Ricky Donald. He's the guy that duped Michael into the heist, right?
That's right. We busted Donald 3 months ago for ripping off a bunch of stereo equipment. In exchange for a lesser charge, he gave us some information we wanted about a heist, and he made the intros for Mike.
These advanced computer chips, just how much money are they actually worth?
Millions, especially to the Eastern Bloc. If the communists could get their hands on these, they'd be years ahead in their current levels in weapons guidance systems.
Donald was approached by a hotshot ex-mercenary named Nick Ellison. He'd been shopping around town looking for a few good men, obviously to rob this place. But this is too big an operation for a freelancer like him to have pulled off alone. He needed help. As far as we know, Michael Prozzi's key contact was Nick Ellison.
What we need to do is find out all the information we possibly can on an ex-mercenary by the name of Nick Ellison.
Got it.
We raided Ellison's apartment this morning. He's gone.
That's great. Mr. Peterson, I need to see all your personnel files as soon as I can.
Of course, but I must tell you, we very carefully checked the backgrounds of everyone working here. No one has any kind of record.
I know that. I'll still need to see them. And I'd like to speak with Mr. Gore again if I can.
Of course. Benny?
How you doing, Betty?
Good.
Listen, now you said that you were working the security monitors late last night, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I don't get it. Nothing showed up on the monitors. I didn't know anything was wrong until I came in here this morning and went to turn off the alarms.
I understand you work a lot of overtime, is that right?
You know, whenever I can. Yeah, you know how it is.
Are you working overtime last night?
No, that's my regular shift.
What are the hours on your regular shift?
2 to 10 p.m., 5 days a week.
5 days a week. Okay, we'll probably need to talk to you a little bit later on, if that's okay with you.
Sure, no problem.
Appreciate it, Benny. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
find the ones who did this. I'll find them.
Cautious, aren't you?
It's kept me alive.
Benny, the main man.
Yeah, right. You know, if things go sour, your main man is the first one that the cops are gonna haul in.
Your pal worries too much.
Hey, look, why don't you just shut up, all right? You're not the one who's on the hook here. Tony? The cops, they question me. I'm worried.
Benny, look. Do they know about the tape?
No.
All right, then relax.
Relax.
Besides, you're gonna feel a lot better when you're counting your money in that Swiss bank account.
We're all gonna feel better.
So what's the deal with your contact?
I gave him that list he wanted. He said it'd take another day to make up the false manifest. Ship sails on Thursday.
Thursday. That's 2 days.
When the ship clears port, the money is wired to our account.
And if this mysterious buyer of yours burns us?
I kill him. But he won't. You see, we have a relationship based on mutual respect and cold cash.
You know, it occurs to me, Nick, you and your buyer friend could cut me out of this deal.
You're getting paranoid.
You screwed up once, pal. If I hadn't made the cop that you led into our deal, we'd all be talking to our lawyers through plexiglass right now.
Hey, guys, any luck?
Nothing yet. Michael was a damn good cop. He must have over 1,500 busts in the last 10 years.
Can't we narrow it down a little bit?
We already have. Computer kicked out about 200 perps with the same MO as this job.
Did Interpol have anything on this Nick Ellison character?
Yeah, the guy is wanted in 3 different countries for murder and robbery, but I got something even better on the guy. One of his known accomplices is an ex-mercenary, Robert Walters. Expert B&E man specializing in burglar alarms. He was living in L.A., but he's moved.
Another mercenary. Must be a place where these guys hang out.
Yeah, there are 3 different clubs here in town.
3? Sounds like they have a nice social scene going.
Yeah, you could say that. I'm gonna go check it out.
Oh, wait a minute. Now, don't you think I should go with you?
I think I can handle it.
Oh, no, wait just a second. There's a lot of tough, rough customers in those bars.
Oh, ooh.
Hey, Pop, what brings you around?
You leave your office without telling anybody? Where you been?
I was playing some racquetball.
Racquetball is for accountants. Tony, come here. Sit down, will you? Tony, you know I love you, don't you?
Yeah, sure. What's going on?
Oh, just listen. There's something I want to tell you. See, a long time ago, your mother and I, we had a problem. They told her she couldn't have any children. Well, I didn't blame her. I tried not to. But there was this girl, Claire. She was young, pretty, impressionable, and she fell in love with me. Hey, I cared very much for her, too. She became the mother of my first son.
have a brother? Why didn't you tell me?
Listen to me. By the time you came along, it was like a miracle. I mean, it was the greatest thing in the world that could have happened to me. But you got to understand, I never thought that I was going to have a son. Anyway, during those years, I'd go down at Claire's place with my whole trunk of my car packed with toys for Michael. And see, it was like this secret place that only I knew about. You know, I mean, I wasn't Sal Scarlatti. I wasn't this mob figure that was in the papers and everything. All I was the father of this little kid.
Does Mom know?
No, I never told her. Anyway, when Michael was about 3 years old, you were born, and Claire and I broke it off. She didn't want me to visit him anymore. And she told him his father had died. But I always loved him. Not like I love you, but I loved both my sons. And now, one of them is dead. That cop, Michael Prossi, was your brother. Tony, I want you to find the man who did this and bring him to me. I want you to help me avenge your brother's death.
Why don't I think you're here for a drink?
Because you're terribly bright and you don't like wasting time. See neither one of these two men in here?
Nick Ellison, Bob Walters. Last I heard, they were in Honduras. Yo! Anybody heard from Ellison or Walters lately?
Walters?
Since when do you start drinking so early?
Since now.
He's told you, hasn't he? About the other one. About your half-brother.
You know.
Almost from the beginning. That boy's dead. Why'd he tell you now?
He wants me to find his killer.
What did you tell him? There's something wrong, isn't there? Tell me what's wrong, Tony.
There was this guy. He came to me with a proposition. It was too good to resist. Pop didn't know about it, He'd have thought it was un-American. There's Michael. He was an undercover cop. He infiltrated my operation.
What are you saying?
I killed him, Ma.
Your father must never know this.
He's gonna find out sooner or later.
If he does, our family will be destroyed. No one must ever be allowed to tell him. Ever. You do what you have to do. Do you understand?
We have the 3 bar customers downstairs on obstruction and assault, and they are giving us zilch.
Yeah. Well, these mercenaries have their own cockamamie code of honor whenever it suits their purposes.
Captain,
What?
if you were a mercenary, how would you find work?
What?
By taking an ad in a magazine such as this one. I found a stack of these at the bar. This magazine happens to be 6 months old. Read that ad right there.
No risk too great. Small arms expert. Electronic skill. Contact R. Walters, post office box. Look, contact the post office right now. Find out where they built this address to.
We've already done it. Open up, police!
Preliminary report shows that it was 1 shot, point-blank range, small caliber weapon.
Nobody heard the shots. No sign of forced entry.
Had to know the man who killed him.
Yeah, looks like a little double cross to me, huh?
Sergeant Hunter.
Oh, Miss Prosy, hi, how are you? Claire Prosy, Sergeant McCall.
Hello.
Hi.
I came here to pick up Michael's personal effects from his desk, and I want to discuss the funeral arrangements. I thought I'd stop by and see you. Is it a bad time?
No, it's all right.
I was wondering, did you have any leads? I'm talking like a detective. I must have picked it up from Michael.
Well, we did have a lead. We were about to interrogate him, but he was murdered.
Okay, Sergeant, what the hell's so important?
Have a seat, Mr. Scarlatti. You know Robert Walters?
Never heard of him.
Robert Walters was a key suspect in the murder of Officer Michael Prosy.
What's that got to do with me?
Walters was murdered last night.
So?
We think you put the hit out on him.
Now, why would I do a thing like that?
Because Michael Prosy is your son. Claire told us.
She had no right to tell you about Michael.
She had every right to tell us. There's been a murder here, not just any murder. A police officer has been killed. We take that very personally around here. I know you haven't been involved with your son's life in the last 25 years. You probably think this is just business.
What do you know about it, cop? Do you know how I used to sit outside his school and wait for him every day just to get a look at him? I went to every one of his high school football games. He never even knew I was there, but I was there. And I'll tell you something funny. When I found out he was going to become a cop, I was proud of him. Yeah. I said, the kid's got guts. I take this personally.
We're not going to let you obstruct justice, Mr. Scarlatti.
You want justice? You give me the name of the slime that hit Michael. I'll show you justice.
Tony Scarlatti just arrived with their attorney. You want to try to hold him?
No.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
Hey, you got some stones picking up Salvatore Scarlatti like he's some street punk.
Hey, that's enough. Come on. Come on!
Look, will you talk to me? What's the matter?
Who's this Robert Walters? Did you kill him?
Yeah.
You were supposed to bring him to me.
Look, I had no choice. He pulled a gun.
What, and you don't tell me? What is this?
I was going to, but when I got here... When I got here, Phil told me that they'd picked you up.
Why was Michael killed?
This Walters and another guy, Nick Ellison. They were running an operation. They were selling secret computer stuff to the communists, and I guess Mike was working on the inside, and they made him.
I think maybe this is a bad idea. I don't want you to get hurt. I'll put somebody else on it.
No. I'll finish it. For you.
You're a good boy, Tony.
Jeez. Nearly gave me a seizure.
Just keep that thing away. You're gonna hurt yourself.
Yeah, you're right. You want some French fries or something?
No, thanks.
Look at me. I'm trembling. And this gig, I don't know about this thing, Tony. I mean, it's turning me into a little old lady. What's that for?
Sorry, Benny.
But I'm your main man.
Mr. Peterson was right. We checked out all the Logicel employees to see if anybody had a record. Everybody was clean.
Except Mr. Gore here. He had a juvenile record.
Any convictions?
No. Benny and a friend were robbing stereo and television outlets when one of the owners dropped all the charges against him. It seems that he found out who Benny's friend was, Tony Scarlatti.
Wow, this is very interesting.
So we did a checkup on Tony's arrest record. Look what we found.
Michael arrested Tony Scarlatti 5 years ago for a conspiracy to commit robbery and extortion.
Yeah, but the case was thrown out due to a technicality.
So Michael busted his own brother, and they didn't even know it?
Michael's cover was blown when Tony recognized him.
And Tony killed him.
Right.
You got nothing I want to hear, Hunter.
Now, where's Tony, Sal?
Tony, what do you want with him?
You had you pegged all wrong. I didn't think the Scarlatti family would sell out their own country.
What the hell are you talking about?
Tony and the next mercenary by the name of Nick Ellison had a deal to sell Logitel technology to the Warsaw Pact.
I don't believe it.
You know Benny Gore?
Yeah, he's a punk kid. What about him?
Well, Benny was the inside man on the Logicel heist.
So?
Benny was found murdered last night.
What, do you think I ordered it?
No, I don't think you did, Sal. You asked me to bring you the name of the scum who killed Michael. Why don't you ask Tony about it?
What the hell's that supposed to mean? Hunter! Do you know where Tony is?
What's wrong?
Where is he?
Why are you looking for Tony? What's he done?
Where is he? I want to find him.
You can't blame Tony for what happened.
Blame him for what?
Sal, he didn't know Michael Prosy was your son.
You know about Michael?
I've kept it in here for 32 years, but not now. Not anymore. It isn't Tony's fault.
He killed Michael. Where is he? Where is he?
What are you gonna do? He's our son!
So you're telling me that Tony Scarlatti was running an operation without his old man even knowing it?
He'd have never had his son killed, Joe.
Yeah, well, that didn't stop Tony from killing his half-brother.
Well, maybe he didn't know it.
Let's bring him in.
Hey, Captain, we don't have enough to hold him on.
He's right. All the evidence we have is circumstantial.
What we'd like to do is put a tail on him, hope the guy leads us to the computer chips and Ellison.
So do it.
Good.
Yeah.
Nick, is everything set?
Buyer will be there at 6 o'clock tonight. Have you heard from Bob yet?
No. Cops probably got him. They just picked up Benny.
You think Benny'd snitch?
I don't know. Look, meet me there right away. We can still make this thing work. We've just got to move the merchandise to another location.
I'll be there.
Dad.
You go into business behind my back? You make a deal with communists? And you kill your own brother?
I didn't know!
If you hadn't have gone against me, none of this would have happened.
I'm sorry!
It's too late for sorry. Did he say anything before he died? Your brother, did he say anything? Did he?
Yes! He said he was gonna take me down.
How could you do this to me?
Look what you did to me! All these years you never told me! It was your lie! It was your secret! Do you think I would have killed my own brother? It was your lie that killed him, not me! You! You!
You have to walk away from this clean. You hear me? Clean. You're all I have left.
Ellison's just entered the building.
Gotcha, Rick.
What's he doing here?
I run this business, or didn't you know? What's with the heavy hardware?
Ask your son. I'm just the cautious type.
So am I. Give him the gun.
Tony!
Shots fired. We're going in.
Right. We'll back you up on the north side of the building.
Scarlatti! Drop the gun! Police!
You all right?
Yeah. We gotta get out of here. We'll never make it, Tone. We've gotta try. Hey, kid, it's over. Over? I killed a cop. They're gonna put me away for life. Tony!
Hold it, Tony, right there! Police, drop it! Drop the gun!
Tony! Oh. Oh.
Can't help thinking about Sal Scarlatti.
You would think he would show up at his son's funeral.
I think it was just too painful for him.
Excuse me. You all right?
Yes. It was a beautiful service. Looking at all of you here makes me feel very close to Michael. And I would like to thank each and every one of you for being here and supporting me in this difficult time. Thank you.
Captain? What's wrong?
No, I just got a call on the radio. It's about Sal Scarlatti. While we were at the funeral, he went home, went into his study, and killed himself.
Tonight on Hunter, there's been a murder here. Not just any murder. A police officer has been killed.
You thought you were gonna bust me, didn't you?
I'm gonna put you away, Tony.
Find out who did this to him.
I promise you we will.
Hey, you got some stones picking up Salvatore Scarlatti like he's some street punk.
You give me the name of the slime that hit Michael.
And if this mysterious buyer of yours burns us?
I kill him. He was murdered. Why don't you ask Tony about it?
Where is he?
What are you gonna do? He's our son!
Hiya, Mike.
Nick, what's going down?
We're moving tonight.
Who's this?
Friend of mine.
Why tonight? I thought we were going on Thursday.
Yeah, well, you gotta be versatile in this line of work, Mike. Let's go.
There's gotta be security cameras around this place.
Not our problem. Here he comes.
All the burglar alarms are neutralized. What time you got?
About that time.